Good morning, Clemson Police. This is Diane. How can I help you?
Good morning, Diane. This is Mr. Dawson. It sounds like your allergies are bothering you.
Oh, yes, sir. They sure are. Whatever came in Saturday evening just got me good.
Hey, is Chief or Lieutenant available?
No, sir. The chief will not be in today, and the lieutenant is out at Wagner High School.
Okay. I had called yesterday, or Friday, and apparently you were already gone, Diane. And I had spoken to one of the officers, and the name is at my other office. But I had informed the other officer I wanted to press charges and pursue charges on the teacher in which was bullying my child. I did talk to the DA's office on Friday afternoon, and they said, as a parent, I can execute that right because bullying and racial profiling is against the law. That officer said he was going to let Chief know, as well as Lieutenant and the officer at Kirby Middle School. It is 9:43 in the morning, and I've heard nothing. So it is my intent to pursue charges and press an investigation on this teacher.
I'm writing all this down. You don't, by any chance, remember the officer, do you?
It's at my other, it's actually at, it's at another office. No, I don't have that information. But he told me he was going to email these people, but yet here it is, 10 o'clock in the morning. I go and see my attorney at 1 o'clock. I don't want to have to report to him that, you guys neglected to, reassure parents that my child's protected. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, right. Yeah, the only thing I can do is, one moment, sir. Okay, Mr. Dawson. What I can do is I can try to get a hold of the lieutenant and find out, if he did talk to the officer on Friday. Because the reason I asked what officer, because there's some that, come in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't know if maybe it would be him.
Right. And I understand that. The bottom line is it was an officer that said lieutenant wasn't in and chief wasn't in. And, of course, at that time I wouldn't expect them in. However, I did make it very clear. And I did have an attorney present whenever I did make it clear to that officer that we did want to pursue charges on the teacher.
The teacher, okay.
Okay.
I will get in touch with the lieutenant, let him know, and see, if he's already talked to that officer, if it's one of them that come in this afternoon.
Okay, can I leave you my phone number so somebody can call me back in regards to that? I will even come down to the police station to make sure charges are filed.
Dawson, go ahead and I'll give you your number.
Okay, Diane, it's 210-371-1894. 371-1894. And now, that's not all. Secondary, I got issued an ATW, Administrative Trespass Warning, by Dr. Salinas.
Okay.
We were able to fax that over to the Department of Ed, U.S. Department of Ed. We were also able to talk to the DA's office in regards to those. We were also able to look up your code of conduct for parents online. Everything that is cited on that letter does not comply with code of policy, and we feel that it's retaliatory. I have sent an email to Chief, as well as to other people, and it's being certified as well. We are asking, one, for the police department to look at it clearly because it gets into a fine line of malice prosecution. Okay? What I was told is you guys are the governing enforcement agency with Judson I S D. There is nothing on the grounds to ATW me. Now, you can decline it. You can decline to talk to me, and I know this is a lot to have to write, but when you talk to Lieutenant, I'm hoping you can tell him. The bottom line is, this is malice. It is an intent to try to prosecute me for nothing. It is also an intent to keep me away from my child. Furthermore, the TEA looked at the letter Friday, and they boldly said, if you're keeping me away, and Lisa's my wife, who has done nothing. She's only talked to the school one time. And Dr. Salinas in that letter says that Lisa has to stay away except for to only talk to her. If we don't want a public humiliation through this district, I would greatly appreciate the police department looking at the enforcement of that letter and rescinding it. I'm letting you know, we've called state and federal offices, and every one of them has said it's out of line, based upon your local policies, state and federal laws. Chief or lieutenant needs to clearly look at that, because it could get everybody in trouble. Okay, and that's just to be fair. You know what? I'm not yelling. I'm not raising my voice. Diane, have I made you feel uncomfortable at all during this conversation?
What?
Have I made you feel uncomfortable at all during this conversation?
No, sir.
Okay.
You're just, giving me some information to give the lieutenant.
Exactly. Now, if you guys can respond to me today, that would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, I go and see Mr. Davis, which is my attorney, at 1 o'clock. Hopefully they've responded by then. If not, I understand everything's a due process, but it didn't take them a due process to send that to my house. Also, from now on, if police officers need to show up at my home on behalf of Judson ISD, it needs to be done through San Antonio Police Department, whereas JISD has no jurisdiction on my property. They can go through a constable, or they can go through SAPD. Okay?
Okay.
All right. They are no longer permitted on my property.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Diane. I'll wait for Lieutenant's call or your call back to let me know when I should expect a call.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. God bless you, Mrs. Diane.